Ephesus was a living city for around 3,000 years, from its earliest settlement in the 3rd millennium BCE until its gradual abandonment around the 15th century CE. The famous 17th century Ottoman traveller Evliya Çelebi said of Ephesus, "It is clearly evident from the present remains of ancient buildings what a great entrepreneur this city was in former times." Çelebi chronicled his 4 decades of travels in a work called Seyahatname, meaning the Book of Travels. He visited Ephesus when it was in a state of ruin, but describes the structures he saw as so noteworthy they cannot be expressed in words. He wrote of the amazing arches that rise into the sky, which no Ottoman sultan could ever construct, the buildings made of marble, and the many columns lying around everywhere. Ephesus was the capital city of Roman Asia Minor under Emperor Augustus. When Çelebi wrote about Ephesus in the 17th century, it was in ruins due to previous earthquakes, invasions, other conflicts, and diversion of trade routes, probably due to the silting up of the harbour. Excavations began in the early 19th century. British archaeologist John Turtle Wood of the British Museum started the first systematic excavations in 1869. The Temple of Artemis, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, was his target, and he pieced together large sections of the temple from the remains in the area. Ephesus is one of the most visited ancient cities in Turkey, attracting 3 to 4 million visitors annually due to its historical significance and well-preserved ruins. Understanding ancient history and its archaeology taps into a deep human need to understand where we come from, how we evolved, and the complex societies that have shaped the world we live in today. As I walked around, I listened to the many languages being spoken and looked at the different faces, and again contemplated human fascination with past civilizations and what they left behind. By 1962, investigation into the first rooms at what is known as Terrace House 2 were already underway. 5 years later, the whole residential area was under archaeological investigation. The archaeological team said that Terrace House 2, accounts among the most scientifically important and most remarkable monuments of its type. The initial phases of excavation work on Terrace House 2 were ongoing until 1985, with a completed conservation roof supporting the investigative work and protecting the whole insulae site. The layers of historical palimpsest from late antique, Byzantine and medieval times were a major part of the debris that lay on top of the Roman houses, along with evidence of older Hellenistic buildings that existed before the Terrace House 2 dwellings. Terrace House 1 and 2 probably followed the same historical timeline, which was categorised according to literary source, architecture, stonework and decoration, graffiti, material culture in particular, coins that were found, and earthquake damage. Historically, aside from the ancient private houses of Pompeii, Herculaneum and Ostia, academic interest has tended to concentrate on public monuments and buildings in Roman cities. Excavation of the entire city will take many, many more years. It is near on impossible to give a timeline for this, as there are many factors to take into account, such as the size of the entire city, which spans about 4 square kilometres. Some remains remain unexcavated due to logistical, financial, or preservation concerns. What is left at Ephesus is a unique ancient city of considerable interest to the general public, historians and archaeologists alike.